of the day. Now I request Dr. Manoj Samuel, Executive Director, Center for Water Resources Development and Management, Kerala.
So that we have a lot of issues. I will not go to all the issues. Rather, what are the challenges we are facing at the policy level? One is, of course, the data generation, pooling and sharing. The second is use of software or digital tools and platforms. Now it is limited only to academic purposes. How best we can make it available for the local level engineers and field officers and officers? That is the basic question we have. Then digitization challenges, especially for agriculture, water management, data access, affordability and reliability is a big issue. Then chances of misinformation and data manipulation may also happen, especially water sharing and irrigation, community irrigation management, we have to be having a bit more cautious. Then lack of field testing, ground truthing, validation, bias correction, very, very important. Then dynamic nature of climate change, land use, land cover changes, water supply demand, these are very dynamic, so that our database has to be updated very, very frequently. Then non-availability of free or cheap satellite or meteorological data, very important. Though we have an IMD, though we have a ISRO, but many times these products are very costly and expensive, so that whether the departments can afford it, the persons, those who are really the partners of the stakeholders, beneficiaries can afford it is a question even now. Then less open source or indigenous software, data systems, DSS, most of the DS softwares, of course now Autodesk, many developers are coming and they are actually developing, customizing as far as the need of our country is concerned. But even though most of the softwares, whether mic or anything you take, it's all are developed, SWAT or whatever it is developed overseas, and how best we can localize it, customize it for our purposes is a question, how make it indigenous, more indigenous. And inertia to migrate from traditional system to digital data driven system, very big problem, especially when we go for agricultural water management or we go to water authority, we go to rural water supply scheme. People are very, very reluctant to migrate from traditional way of doing the things and especially translating to digital systems. And again, in the field level, we come to field level, again, a lot of other issues like unpredictable water availability with the disruptions in weather pattern because of climate change, less water use efficiency and water productivity. Honorable Prime Minister says about more crop from drop, and this is a big issue. In India, we are using 70% of our water for irrigation, but unfortunately the irrigation efficiency is hardly less than 50%, maybe 35% or 40%. So that 60% of the water is getting lost during its course of diverting from its source to root zone of the plant. Then again, lack of people's participation and community engagement. Unless otherwise we take our people into our fold and they should be the custodians, they should be the decision maker. Otherwise, no technology, no strategy, no policy will be sustainable. Again, neglecting alternate water resources like grey water, rainwater harvesting. Now Mahua and the Ministry of Jal Shakti all are coming with new strategies for converting grey water to blue water and that means green water. So that these type of things has to have a prominence. In India, less than 1% of the grey water is being converted to useful water. At least we can use it for irrigation. This type of ideas and policies has to come in force. Again, rainwater harvesting, pollution, lack of adoption of new ideas and technologies. And again, another problem is lack of technology hiring centers. If a farmer requires a technology, especially for better water management, he want to know about a sensor, he want to purchase a sensor, who he will approach? Like custom hiring center. We have KVKs in all districts of India. So why don't we make our Krishi Vigyan Kendras as a custom hiring center for water technology management or climate resilient systems? Again, lack of pilots and replicable models, especially climate smart village, carbon neutral villages, water budgeting. This type of new ideas has to come in force. So when we think about water resources management, 6 domains are very important. The demand side, supply side, water governance and policy, capacity building, disaster management and climate resilience. Again, local level issues you have to bring in. Finally, you have to bring your organizational innovations, better policies, rules, participation, better technologies or application of technologies. Like a morning, Archana Verma madam was telling about application of technologies in the right time. So that we have to develop a framework and wherever possible we have to integrate with AI based models. Again, We have some experience with the field level application of digital systems or AI and IoT. I will show some examples very fastly in 1 or 2 minutes. This is actually one company in Bangalore. I'm a legal advisor of, not legal, I'm an advisor, technical advisor of that. It's Gramworks. Basically, he's doing ET-based irrigation system. In India, it is a unique and first of its kind. Basically, soil moisture-based, sensor-based irrigation we do, but this is basically ET. What is the exact water requirement of the crop will be calculated using some algorithm and automatic weather station he's installed. I mean, their team will install if you take his services. So that this is coming in a big way. Now they have more than 10,000 customers. Especially they are doing peri-urban agriculture. They may have a primary job maybe in high-tech city or in electronic city, but they have a farm in Doddaballapur or in Shadnagar or somewhere in Hyderabad or in Bangalore. And again another one from Mohali, another one of my friends started another company. Here if you take the lat launch, it will fetch the hyperspectral images as well as the soil nutrient content based on the library data, and it will give you the advices. Another farmer from Maharashtra, a farmer, he invented, Vijay Gabde, he invented a Bhujal app, and we tested it. So that, in a borewell, how much depth the water is. Normally we cannot see with our eyes. So that he just developed a mobile app. You just tap on the metallic cap of the borewell, he will just measure the movement of the sound touching the water and coming back, and his mobile app will tell you how much depth the water is there in the borewell. It is a free app you can just download from in Google app or iOS. So that this type of digital technologies or small decision support system, the general public themselves are developing. So how best we can customize for different regions and we can disseminate the system is another question. Now we are working on hyperspectral images. These images are very good. This technology is very, very promising technology. So this if you develop library with the hyperspectral images, we can find out the soil nutrient status, soil moisture status in a very big area in a very short time. Similarly, landslide prediction system with the DST support, we are doing one project, especially after the Wayanad landslide 2 years back, so that we are planning to develop a AI-based landslide prediction system. Basically, it is based on the river rainfall and runoff. Then irrigation, irrigation and drought management system, something we developed. Another one interesting software we developed is WaterCat. CAT means citizen assessment tool. So basically it is a GIS connected mobile app, so that we have some student volunteers. They will go to the water bodies, especially the hotspot area. For example, we have Ganga. If some part of our river is having a hotspot area, this student volunteers can go there regularly and doing some instant water quality kit. They can do some in situ water analysis and put it into their GIS platform, so that the decision makers will get the information about the quality of your water body in the right time, in situ, that means in the real time basis. And similarly, another copyright we obtained in is basically water fox. This is also a citizen based water decision making and the inventorization. Then carbon credit also we can connect with this. And finally, that means GIS and remote sensing is one of the promising area. We can use it for many uses, not only surface water monitoring, even wetlands, groundwater, and even piping systems, watershed. So many things we can use GIS. Again, smart water meters, Sar was telling, and digital twins. Morning we had a presentation. I will not spend much time on that, but these all are the promising technologies in the future. And finally, what we can do, the policy level interventions. Better regulatory policy and governance is very important. Micro level climate monitoring systems, very important. Unless otherwise we have data, no prediction system will work. We are developing flood forecasting early warning system post 2018 floods in Kerala. My institute is also working, but unfortunately we don't have reliable data for last 50 years. So that the quality of the decision support system which we develop depends upon our data. So that what we have to do, at least in a micro, that means in a panchayat, at least in a block panchayat, in a taluka level, we should have an automatic weather station and collect the data and store it in a better way, so that it can be transferred to our future generation, and it will be the base for future development of any flood forecasting early warning system, so that our Autodesk can also take a initiation in that, and promote environmentally sustainable agriculture by promoting efficient water management practices like alternate wetting and drying. It is a new, in paddy area and all, we can save a lot of water. Early climate warning disaster management system, weather resource information system, better integration of different departments, conflicting departments, financial inclusion and risk management, very important. The climate risk is a very, promising area to work. And then better capacity building and empowerment extension, then local level planning, participatory governance, community engagement, and technology use for decision making and availability of decision tools, platforms and softwares, especially again the availability of digital tools, platforms and software for the benefit of the people. That is very important. And I will finish now, and afterwards we will again interact. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Samuel. He raised initially the challenges, whether in policy or in the field, and also pointed out certain solutions which have been solved through ICT. I think it was a good presentation. Talked about CAT and water folks and all, So it was great.